It's good to have you on the Rem Diamond TV show, Miss Amara Iheanacho.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's a pleasure. It's all ours. Yes,
Thank you.
yes. It's good to have you on the show. We see that you are a resource person, a human resource person, a consultant for different companies. And then we have a pressing matter on our hands. And then we thought of no other person but you to help us trash this. Miss Amara,
Yes.
why do employers in Nigeria delay salaries?
Well, that's a very important question.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You see, salary can be very stressful. It's an important and integral part of the workforce when you're managing the workforce. So salaries are delayed because of, number one, administrative issues. When you're not having the proper planning of payroll,
Salary structure.
payroll matter, payroll concerning different levels of departments, the planning that has not been organized, from that human resource department and from the payroll department most especially. Talking again about issues of insufficient funds, okay, it's one of those things that that can lead to delay in
Payment of
paying
But
workers.
it has become a culture, especially in this side of the divide.
Yeah.
Yes, it has become a culture. It's, for example, there's a lady I was discussing with. If you complain that your salary has been delayed in some organizations in Nigeria, they will look like, I don't understand. So employers will tell you, go to some other places, so that the second week of the next month, that they pay salary. Me now only 3 days, don't they complain? I mean, it's the audacity for me. So it's not just because I feel it's not just because of insufficient funds. I beg your pardon.
Yes.
I think they feel it's a strategy to keep employers at your mercy.
Okay. What I believe is
you are part of the admin.
Yes. So. Yeah. What I believe is if you have a proper planning of your funds.
Yes.
Your company is organized. You have the department that has been structured to release payment to staff. Okay. If there are no disagreement or disputes concerning maybe performance or workers' behavior towards their different roles, right? It will lead to delay, but it differs from company to company. So some companies also want to micromanage payment, want to delay to see the way some workers will behave towards their jobs, and that is not good for companies. It's not a good
strategy.
It's not a good I'm looking for a word, it is not a good reputation for that company.
Exactly.
It doesn't give them a good name. So it will lead to underperformance, and it will lead to dissatisfaction from workers.
That's true.
Okay, but concerning this type of thing, this delay thing, it is pretty stressful for employers, because as an employer you need to get yourself organized. As long as you have more than 10 workers, plan yourself ahead of time before the pay day.
Yes. So that brings me to this question. When should salaries be paid? 2 weeks after the previous month?
Okay.
3 days after the previous month, or 3 days before the month end? Okay. When do you think it's
there's a
structurally and officially?
Okay, thank you very much. There's a mandatory stipulated time for payments, right? Salary schedule. So for salary to be paid, it differs from company to company. Some companies pay weekly, some pay bi-weekly, some pay monthly. But the standard is, for Nigerian standard, the cycle is once per month.
Yeah.
So anything later than 30 days means that, okay, if the month is ending maybe Friday, latest Monday, you should pay your workers.
Yeah.
Then if there's any other thing again that will defer you from delivering that payment, you need to apologize to your workers.
Yes, yes, that's very necessary integral part. Yeah,
and reassure them that such things will not
repeat itself.
Consistent. If it's happening consistently, then there's a problem with the structure management there. Yeah,
because delay, like you said, it makes staffs to begin to underperform.
Yeah,
they lose grip of themselves, because as much as you say they're working for passion, they're also working for the money.
Oh, that's true, because it is one of it is the major thing of their financial stability. They need to take care of their groceries, their family welfare. Need to take care of their transportation to work. Perhaps some of them might not even have money by the end of that month, and they need to return back to work on Monday. Yeah.
That's true, that's true. So what do you place this scenario now? Paraventure, the salary is being delayed, and a worker probably delayed for 1 week, and probably a worker decides not to come to work.
Yeah.
I don't want to say she refused. I don't want to say the worker refused. Decides not to come to work because salary had not been paid, and this is 1 week into the next month.
Okay.
What do you place such a staff? Okay. Does the staff have that right? Okay. Is it within a jurisdiction?
That's a very, very complex issue. Yeah. Well, as a staff, it may seem justified that you delayed or refused coming to work because your salary hasn't been paid. Can be justified somehow. But don't forget that you might also be breaching the contract. If you breach the contract, it may work against you. However, to go about you not resuming to work or refusing to come to work, there's a way to go about it. First of all, you need to gather your facts about not being paid. Okay, come to work, table the problem, gather the information, gather any data or evidence concerning you're not being paid. Then if it's a consistent thing, ensure that you now, once you have gathered your facts, your evidence, or when you resume to work, or how you have performed, show evidences of what you did for that month. All you need to now do is go to the HR or the payroll department and have a one-on-one conversation. Do not make it look like it's a dispute for quarrel. Make it look very obvious that okay, it's something that you can dialogue, and after that is done, if nothing happens, there are labor acts. All you need to do now is get yourself a lawyer. You already have a contract of employment, so you get yourself a lawyer and you take it up from there. Your lawyer will advise you on how to go about it. So it's not so nice when you now refuse to come to work.
But how will they get transportation to pay? And some of these people don't even meet up the minimum wage. You can especially private companies.
You can borrow or still ask for IOU.
Okay, the company can give you IOU, but they cannot pay previous salary.
Can borrow, but still.
That's to say there's probably money at hand. They are just trying to make these people feel indebted, working on their psychology, and I feel that's bad for some employers. Because I know people who intentionally will not pay you at month end. They feel they're giving you privilege. If an employer pays you at the end of the month, they feel they're doing you a favor. I they try for you, I they pay you. Some people say, I they pay you end of the month. They are pissed at the pay every month. Why you won't pay me before?
As an employee, you are also doing the company the favor because you're putting in your work, you're putting in your skill. Okay, they also need you, but at the same time, there is an agreement to work. Okay, you do your part, I do my part. So when the company is not doing their own part, that is when they are breaching the contract, and you need to take it up from there.
Yes, exactly. But just that most of this, when you take it up with these people, if you check the amount of money you spend to file a case, it's probably half of your salary already. So most employees are left with patience, and that is why most offices frequently have vacancies.
Yeah.
Vacancies. I know of a school. Let's go to the educational sector. A school that there's no time I pass that school or I drive past, I always see vacancy.
There's always a position.
There's always a position that is vacant. As much as we know, people leave, people resign due to different reasons, but when it's becoming recurrent,
yeah, it is not a good reputation for that company. It doesn't leave a good name for them, because when workers are diminishing from the staff strength keeps diminishing, it affects the performance, it affects the organizational plan of different roles that ought to be played to achieve a goal for that. Say for example, if teachers keep resigning from a particular school, imagine what the other classes will be, and imagine how much workload a teacher will have, like maybe 2 classes per one teacher. The workload will be too much, and students might not even get enough information required from that teacher, because the teacher will certainly be exhausted.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. And I think it's like you just said, proper planning.
Yeah.
Because I know before you start an organization, I don't know if it's really implemented in Nigeria. Before you start an organization, especially school, I know of a school sector, according to the ethics on ground, before you start up a school, you should have 6 months salary for your staff ahead, locked up somewhere. So peradventure, because the business might not begin to produce as much as you want at the initial.
That's true.
So you cannot bank the payment of the salary of the teachers on the produce of your school. That's why I say at least 6 months. Your school should be able to begin to produce something.
That's true.
Yes. But people just wake up this morning. I'm a CEO. You start your work, vacancy, people come. You're now waiting for the company you just started in 2 months to begin to produce what to pay 4 stars.
No, it doesn't work that way.
It's not right, yeah?
No, it doesn't work that way. Before you recruit a workforce, okay, you should have a proper business plan, and that particular business plan should include a salary structure prepared and readily available for the months ahead, that you're going to employ how many staff strength. So whatever staff strength you're starting with, you should have prepared and saved up that money, so you don't have this type of experiences which will affect your business.
Thank you so much, Miss Iheanacho. You're here. We'll be back after the commercial break.
This is not the land I just bought for 350,000 naira just few months ago. The people are now telling me 500,000. Wow. Is that how land used to appreciate just like that? No.
Just the play.
It has not been up to 4 months.
Yes, nah.
I just traveled though, just for a bit, and I said, when I came back, I said, this land that is cheap like this, so let me go and buy more and add. And now it's 500,000. So this one I bought now, if I want to resell it,
if I want to resell it, 500,000. Yes, now.
Wow.
That's real estate for you.
Now it's better to buy now, because if you don't buy now, as you are wasting time waiting to just be appreciating, and you just be buying.
Especially if we open that major road now.
Oh, there's a major road here.
Yes, now. If you open that major road to Ogwash now,
direct to
Ogwash Park Street.
Wow, that's nice.
Development is coming from that side more than from this other road.
Wow, that's nice.
Once we open that road now, this place is 2.2 billion.
You should go and buy land now. If you know you want to buy and invest, this is just the best time to buy, because you might be coming by December and they will tell you that the land is now 3.5 million.
Yes, so thank you so much. Thank you, ma.
You're welcome, my dear.
Welcome back from that commercial break. Miss Iheanacho.
Yes, please.
I'm sure you're having a wonderful time on our show.
I am.
Yes. Thank you. We are getting some things clear.
Yeah.
We hope workers out there, employers out there, see this. Now back to the part of the employees. There's this thing that happen in organizations. They call it surcharge. Is it subcharge? I think the B is silent something. To surcharge people from their pay. Probably because of a misconduct
Mm.
and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Should salaries of employees be deducted because
Of
of
misconduct.
misconduct?
Yeah.
Because we agreed that when I do so work,
Yeah.
you will pay me so money.
That's true.
Yes. So misconduct should not affect the money so long I still do the work. Misconduct or character misconduct, there should be another. What I feel
Yeah.
that there should be another punishment meted out. I feel it's an organized slavery to deduct my money because of misconduct.
Well, that question
Yeah.
is very, very sensitive.
Mm.
And from the beginning of recruitment and orientation, and you're giving that employment, the employee should be conversant with the knowledge of the do's and don'ts, the rules and regulations, should abide in the company's rules and regulations. And now if you are found deficient in such area and you falter, definitely it means that you are aware of what you did.
Mm.
And such punishment will be meted out against you. So in cases of your salary you're being subcharged, or your salary is being deducted for misconduct or one behavior or the other, there are companies that set rules. Okay, if you do this, 1,000 naira fine. If you do this, 2,000 naira fine. And you are aware and you still went ahead to do such thing. Come on.
Yes, I know, but yeah. I feel those rules should be scrapped.
If you
in more organized situations,
yeah,
surcharging is the least, because it's like you are infringing on my rights.
We have to bring discipline. We have to bring orderliness.
Discipline, yeah.
We have to bring decorum. And if you don't do such, if you're building a work ethics of chaos,
then where do query come in? Because I know when there's misconduct,
yeah,
once you are giving query 3 times, say sack letter is the next one.
Yes.
So that's enough punishment. I query you for the first misconduct,
and I don't deduct your money.
Yes, query should not come.
Time, and I don't deduct your money.
The 3rd time, yeah, it's a sack letter.
And it differs from company to company. It depends on what company rules are laid down.
So you're saying companies can wake up to set any rule just because it favors them?
That's true.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So if for example you're working with my company and I'm selling packaged drinks, okay? You're not allowed to pick any drink out of the company's vicinity.
Yeah.
If you want to drink anything, drink it inside the company. But the moment you pick a crate of packaged juice, I'll deduct the money from your salary.
Yeah.
So are you expecting me to now give you a warning letter? No, come on now. Come on. I'm going to deduct the money. So rules are laid down. So let's respect the rules. Let's be obedient whenever we find ourselves in the workplace. Read the handbook. Handbooks are given out. Let's read the handbooks. Handbooks are given out so that you can understand and be used to the rules guiding you in that particular organization.
I know of a man who was employed as a driver.
Yeah.
And then he had an accident. Accident at unforeseen circumstances.
Wow.
With the company car.
Okay.
He had an accident.
Yeah.
This is someone I know very well. He had an accident, and then the company, I don't want to call names now, the company, as long as the man survived, yes, the man's family attended to his hospital bills.
Okay.
Now, he resumed work.
Yeah.
The company began to deduct the cost of repairing
the vehicle. Yes.
Should it be so? Is it right?
It all depends on the companies involved. You know, what works for here might not work for this.
We know, but I mean, there should be a laid down standard. So that when somebody is doing against it, you know, okay, it's not because it's just you, but you are going against what is a standard. Is it standard? That's why I ask, can any company just wake up and just drop any rule? Because look at this, I think there's a law, you are a resource person. I think there's a law that guides employers.
Yeah.
So For this kind of scenario,
Yeah.
this is an accident. It's not like I intentionally broke the screen because I was fighting.
Yeah.
This is an accident that can happen to anybody. First off, I paid my hospital bill.
Yeah.
The guy paid his hospital bill. Secondly, you're deducting a particular amount of money from my salary because to cover the cost of the salary of the this thing. Every company car should be insured.
It is true.
So that's probably an insurance problem. Why deduct the money from the drivers?
I believe.
Yeah.
I believe that there, just like I said from the beginning, you're given a contract, and in that contract there are rules, there are SOPs, there are standard of operations, you understand, and you need to follow those rules. And if you don't pay attention, you will miss it out in the long run and in the course of the job. If you're given a vehicle as a driver to handle, okay, you have to put those things at the back of your mind. But when it happens, without you knowing, and it was an accident issue, it isn't your fault. Okay, but it can be justified that such deductions should not happen. But it all depends on the company's consideration. Such companies should have a consideration plan for different experiences, not imposing it on people. So it depends on who manages that, their workforce and the whole planning sector.
But I feel it should also be documented, just prevention, because some of these things now it's just a decision that comes up at the spur of the moment after the incident has happened. If probably at the employment letter you say, okay, you are handling this company's property, it's in your care. If anything happens, this is the penalty that's going to happen. You are going to pay for this. You are going to pay for this. Documented. I signed agreement.
Like I said,
for casualties.
Yeah.
At least I know I saw it before I began.
Yeah.
So it's my choice to either to take it or defer.
Okay.
So I feel, but most companies don't even put it in the.
Some companies do. Companies that have
for casualties.
Yeah. Companies that have official vehicles.
Yes.
Yeah. They provide all of that SOPs to guide you, to guide the employee when they take up such jobs. Yeah. So, and they also have insurance, binding it. So, but then it depends on the type of scenario. Scenarios differ from company to company, but we cannot, generalize it.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Or what penalty can be meted out.
Yeah. But like you said, it's not. But is it fair what they did to my friend?
It is not fair. You understand? We cannot say it is.
What if the guy loses his life working for your company?
Yeah, it is true.
Probably he died in that accident.
There are companies that provide HMO. They provide HMO in case of sickness, in terms of things like this. Yeah. They provide for them, but like I said, it
differs from company to company. Their growth, their strength, and all of these things. All right, my producers already giving me warnings. Yes, but one more questions or two before we leave.
Yeah.
There's this case where before you resign, you give 1 month notice ahead, or forfeit 1 month's salary.
Yeah.
We're having issues with that.
Yeah.
And everybody's doing what is in his mind. You see employees, they know. They'll not tell you they want.
They just want.
They want. You see employers, when you tell them you work for 1 month, they will not pay you. I mean, so if I'm going to work for 1 month without you paying me, why would I tell you ahead? What is actually the standard, or am I the one getting it wrong?
The standard is there is an employment contract agreement. Yeah. You already have that agreement with you. So if once your employer who defaults, you have your own. You have to write a letter in lieu, right?
Yes.
1 month ahead, so you don't miss out on your salary, while the employer also take cognizance of that
But
request.
why will I give you 1 month notice? And for that 1 month, I am working.
Yeah.
I give you notice. I'm not going to pay. You're not going to pay me for that 1 month. That's wickedness. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. I don't think it really happens. I think that is just slumber.
It does happen.
Does it really happen that I'll give you? I want to resign. Maybe because of marriage. I'm leaving the country.
Yeah.
And then
yeah,
I tell you ahead next month
that you're resigning.
I'm going to resign.
Yeah.
So and I work that month. I give you enough time to replace me. I work that month for free.
It is a standard practice.
Really?
Yes.
But I've not seen it done anyway.
It is a
Because it cannot happen in Nigeria.
And it is a standard. It's happening in Nigeria.
Really?
Yes. It's a standard practice. It's a standard practice. But it's something that has been happening for over time.
But I don't blame these employees for running away. They will tell you. You see, because to me, it's not reasonable. If I should tell you, I tell you ahead. I'm working. What if while I was working for that 1 month I was supposed to leave, I made a deal of probably 5 million naira for the company? It's all gone for free. No payment.
No, but there are companies that compensate performance and recognize people that have contributed immensely to the company's growth. So such situations, they differ too. They differ.
What do you think as a professional resource person, a consultant? Do you think that rule should stand? Is it fair? I think, is it flexible? Can something be done about it? Or do you think there's a problem with that law? Giving 1 month notice ahead and working that 1 month for free? Or should salary be paid while working? What do you think? We know it's probably a standard like you said, but do you think it should be adjusted or it's very fair?
We will come back to this matter, and it is a deep talk for thought.
Yeah.
It's a deep talk for thought. But what I believe is, over time, employees have abused it. So for that kind of law to be enacted, it means somehow in the past, abuse of work ethics had happened, and that was the reason why it was enacted. So what I understand is this: it should still be carried on to make the workplace effective, make workers and employees to understand how to exit the company and how
I agree. We should tell ahead. I'm talking about the payment. We're talking about salary here now. We know it's a law. You should exit the company well. Tell them ahead. Give them at least 1 month to plan.
Yes.
Your replacement.
That's
what I'm saying is that 1 month that you're working, that they are saying they won't pay you. It's my challenge. Should it?
That is why I'm saying it has been abused over time. Imagine why that law was enacted.
If they will pay, if companies pay, I don't think any employee will not give you 1 month notice.
So because
they don't give you 1 month notice because they know you won't pay them. So why would I come and be working for you for 1 month for free? I'll be using my transport.
But do you understand that if you don't give me 1 month notice and you leave the job, you will pay me, my company. You pay me.
Exactly what I'm saying. It's the same thing we are saying. So to avoid, now imagine to avoid all of these things. I know this one hasn't happened. That's why I'm asking you. Do you think there should be an amendment? Because it's causing chaos. If you are going to pay every employee that gives you 1 month notice, and that 1 month that is still going to be with you and has given you notice, you are going to pay him for the work he did for that 1 month. I don't think there's any employee that will leave without giving 1 month notice. Because what is there to lose? The company is not losing. I'm not losing. I'm leaving because of a just cause. I'm telling you ahead, and I'm still working ahead while you get a replacement. Why will you not pay me?
Because you cost the company more to go and start,
that is why we give you
putting up recruitment information out there.
Okay,
so cost us some money.
I'm not sure we are ready for this discussion.
So what is expected of that person is to give us that 1 month notice.
And that should be started for free. My sweat, my energy, my
so that we can give it to the next person coming.
That has not come.
The person will come.
I'm very sure we are not ready for this conversation. Well, till if I was an employer, I won't do that. I will pay you for your 1 month, so long you give me 1 month.
You have a good heart. You have a consideration.
Exactly my point.
You know, you consider your workers. You know, you put them. You give them a priority, right? And their welfare is your priority. While some employers may not even have that sense of priority for their employees. So,
well, like you said, we'll come back to this topic.
We'll come back to this topic.
Thank you so much, Miss Amara Iheanacho.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yes, and to my viewers out there, you've heard all we have to say. Let us know what you think on the comment section. Till I come your way again next week, I remain your host, Joshua.